The ring just got tighter. A lot.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still. As you reach into... you blink. The image... Oh,
bloody ring. It's loose. Get off me and stay off.
Was? Nein, nicht abnehmen. Oh, okay. Jetzt war das ein Reinfall. Egal, bei Zucker.
the jar stands before you, cold and still. As you remove the lid, a fresh wind fills the room. For a moment, you think you smell pine, and then, for a moment, you're seeing through someone else's eyes. You behold a dungeon, a deck of cards in your hand, and a pair of skeletons before the vision passes.
Warum ist das jetzt hier erreichbar? Okay.
The jar seems quieter now. It sits still. The jar shatters like glass, but a spirit rises from the shards like smoke. The ghost of a dwarf, bedecked in necromancer robes, winks and blows you a kiss before slowly fading to nothing.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
So, das war die Quest. Gut. Wir sind bereit.
Let's go.
An Bord gehen.
Malady grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Das gefällt mir gar nicht.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Nice.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders.
Echt jetzt? Ja, hätte ich nicht
Or
gedacht.
at least on the shoulders of one of them.
Nee, wir arbeiten als Team, Bitch.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
What the fuck?
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead Magisters held.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
What the fuck ist jetzt los? Was? Hey! Wo wollt ihr hin, ihr Schweine? Was? Ja, was? Okay, bin ich jetzt alleine oder was? Das ist ein toter Sucher, das ist nicht gut. Das ist ein toter Magister, das ist gut. Cloud, oh nee, nicht Cloud.
Claude. So close to escaping.
Ja. Hammer Cloud. Ich fahr dir meine Sachen, okay? Cloud, du warst ganz cool. Ich hab dich sogar geheilt, du Bitch. Ich heul dich und dann stirbst du mir trotzdem weg. Na, der Hund hätte es auch nicht verdient eigentlich. Macht dir nichts aus, wenn ich deine Zähne klaue, ne? Hier ist ein Phantom?
Sendelius, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
Tja, Stöcker hat dir den Kopf eingeschlagen, Alter.
Sendelius, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
Oh! Tut mich sorry, Alter.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but...
Wer warst du da eigentlich nochmal, Maeve?
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead. Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die, then... Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Sindelius.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea. There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining. It almost looks like a pattern, however. Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry. The pain intensifies. It's spreading past your arm, across your chest. Your lungs feel like they're...
Ah, bitch!
Sindelius, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us, be careful around the figurehead, Godward.
Bitch, so kosten wir nicht davon. Das machen wir gleich nochmal.
The figurehead continues its vigil over the seas. The detail is remarkable. Searing pain races up your arm. The pain intensifies.
Ah!
Deliver us from peril.
I remember this one. His name was Kerbin.
Wer ist auch
His
tot, ja?
friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Ach, Kerbin, du warst cool drauf. Okay, war ich schon.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
I'm very glad indeed.
Ja, Ohrbeißerin.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive.
Was? War ich nicht gekillt?
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. Their kind like to feel useful, don't they? Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
Hello,
Hey,
sir.
Jules.
It's good to see your face. We lost too many friends taking this ship.
Ja, natürlich überlebte nackt. Der halbnackte Elf oder was? Hey, Gareth,
Void
bitch.
Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
I won't let the fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood. Children ripped from families. Seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others. The Seekers were once part of the Order, my friend. When Lucian died, we waited. Yet Alexander never rose to divinity. And then we started to find more like him. More Godwoken. And we weren't the only ones looking. A killer had marked them too. The Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead. Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcoming, but you'll brighten it up, I'm sure. Got family near there. Not the adventuring types. For the best, really. Meister Siva's there too. My leader. Our leader. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart.
Gareth pauses, then shakes his head.
A mistake was made. That's all I have. Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you. Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Gut, gut. Also nicht gut. Was weiß ich. Hey, ihr Bitches, wo seid ihr? Wo sind meine Leute hin eigentlich? Du da.
You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better.
Goldwoken, Dragonborn, Skyrim. Hey, da ist die Echse.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say? Off we go, then.
Jawohl! Bitch! Bitch! Bitch!
Nothing here.
Maybe there's something.
Aw, there's my corrupted darling. I was just thinking of you. This is Dallas's ship, but she can't have been the only one who could get it moving. It'd be too risky. And Dallas is anything but careless. There's a way to move this ship on board, I'm sure of it. The figurehead has certainly caused a commotion lately. But then again, so have the doors downstairs. Everywhere you look, a hunk of wood looking to incinerate or stymie you. You'd be surprised. A ship like this holds many secrets. Hopefully you can discover some these seekers might have missed. dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular. She's the founder of these Seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it. Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do a place called Driftwood, host to putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite comfortable.
Ich freue mich schon drauf. So, wo sind meine anderen Bitches? Wo sind sie denn? Ist die unter Deck oder wo sind sie hin? Also rote Prinz, den habe ich als erstes gefunden. Den wollte ich auch als erstes finden. Ich mag den. Er ist mein Tanky-Tank. So, dann gehen wir erstmal unter Deck, wa? Na, Prinz, wir gehen, wa? Oh, Extra ist da. What the fuck, Alter? Wie ist mein Inventar so groß geworden? Ach so. Wegen Dingenskirchens. Блять, что тут надо? Нет, блять, надо. Gewicht, genau, это надо мне.
What am I even looking for? Will I know it when I see it? What am I even looking for? Will I know it when I see it? We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Ja, du bist zu schwach. Ich habe einen Wurm erledigt. Da, Truhe. Echt jetzt? Eine Bratpfanne? Wie eine Chicken Fick, Alter.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something. The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move.
Ja, halt die Klappe und such. Ja, ja. Sieben neue Rezepte lernt. War mir klar, Alter. Knoblauch, Knoblauch. Mit der Ultra. Nein, nicht den Waschzuber aufheben. Das könnte machen eigentlich. Oh ja, stimmt ja. Ich habe. So. Holy shit, Alter, wie soll ich das denn jetzt finden? Wo ist der Waschzuber? Da. Gar nichts. Dann lass die Scheiße fallen. Weg damit. Bam. Lagertruhe, leer. Mitnehmen. Geht nicht. Gut.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say? Suit yourself then.
He drags a comb through his beard. His face bears the scars of a hearty life, but his whiskers glisten as if glazed by the morning dew.
The lady's a sturdy old tub. It'll take a lot to sink her.
Bessie ist auch da. Ach, Seile können wir mitnehmen. Seile brauchen wir. Lesen. Kleine Meisterwerksrune. Nice. Öffnen. Nehmen. Was? Ich konnte eine Kiste aufheben? Och nö. Egal. Behalten wir erstmal. Ja, ja, Klappe. Ich bin zu schwer. Oh, Gewicht.
The lady's a sturdy old tub. It'll take a lot to
Lass
sink
die Scheiße fallen. Also 5% Lebenskraft. Oh, 5. Bitch.
That might actually get a good night's sleep.
Ja, und ich werde seekrank. Wer bist du? Wer bist du? Lea. Lass uns hier reden.
Sweet Divine. Oh, poor Duggan. I can't believe he's gone.
Oh, Duggan. Er ist ja gestorben. Da war ja was. Tja. Er war ein schlechter Schütze. Und er hat schmutzige Socken. Nehmen wir alles mit. Überall sind Kissen. Oh, ich kann mit Ratten reden, ne? Hier. Wo sind Ratten? Da. Hey, Ratte. Verrat mir die Geheimnisse des Holzes.
How you doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It dances to the tune. It goes la 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 la, or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh? Oh, she opened it and looked at the marks on the inside. How the hell else? All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's it. Get it right and the ship will dance to your tune. Get it wrong and the ship will kill you. That's always entertaining. For me anyway.
Ja, das glaube ich auch. Dankeschön, Ratte. Jetzt muss ich ein Buch finden anscheinend. So, suchen wir ein Buch. Ich habe ein Buch gefunden. Ich habe Gift. Ich bin Toxic, Bitch. Warte, wer geht denn da noch rum? Einer von mir? Wer bist du? Lea, wer ist das andere Viech? Schiffsratte. Hey, Schiffsratte. Habe ich mit dir geredet oder mit einer anderen Ratte?
Yeah. How you doing? Etc. You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable... The ship dances to the tune you... It goes... La 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 la, or something like that. In your hands. This is generally accepted amongst creatures. All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship. That's always entertaining. For me anyway.
Wir sind ja zwei Ratten, die den gleiche Scheiße labern. Ach, hier ist jemand. Hallo, Fane.
Oh, please don't stare. It's tiresome. Yes, and had my mask not been stolen, you would still not see me. I could be an elf, a dwarf, a tall dwarf? Human! That's the term. Alas, I am naught but bone until I can find a suitable corpse and a device that allows me to remove its face and craft a mask. But you're quite right. I am not of your kind. I am an eternal. My people are glorious, prehistoric, and missing. Thankfully, there are answers to be found. I simply need to get to Reaper's Coast, to return to the Black Pit's excavation site. The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorant boots. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times.
Du bist so geil.
Fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be. Is that so? Perhaps I need to travel to the Black Pit's oil field near Reaper's Coast. But my attempts at staying, given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy, I rather think you could be of use. And I am certainly useful. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various chores and tasks, while you help me to remain incognito. Really? Really? Better off alone than with... Oh. Very well. There's no accounting for taste, I suppose. Or sense.
Sorry, Fane, beim nächsten Spielablauf nehme ich dich mit. Du, ich mag dich auch. Bitch. Extra, wer ist der andere nochmal gewesen? Wer bist du? Extra und Dexter, ne? Nee. Ifran, du kleine Bitch.
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... from the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work. Ready. We probably get tired of this view soon enough anyway.
Wieso bekommt er jetzt 900 EP? Was hat er gemacht? Egal, Falltür. Wir müssen auch die andere... Wahrscheinlich ist... Wo ist die Biel, verdammt? Irgendwie meuchelt sie bestimmt gerade.
Hey! You're here! Pretty nice boat, eh? We got an upgrade. There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see something we can't.
Na, was soll ich denn sehen?
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it.
Woher kannte ich das Passwort? Ich habe Sibyl gehört. Die Stimme dieses Sibils erkenne ich überall. Wer bist du denn?
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep them. So, what'll it be? I've got a few good prospects for you in that case. Tell me some more about what you're after, and I'll see that you have just the right type at your side. A lot of choice, I know. Something else
ich habe eine Gruppe. Danke. Mit der Gruppe bleibe ich erstmal. Sonst hätte ich Feen genommen, anstatt deiner komischen Rabauken da. Ja, ja, bla bla. Dein Gesicht ist right, Alter. Ich suche Gold. Nein, ich suche Bücher, genau. Aber das ist nicht das Buch, was ich suche. Gut.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody magisters.
Hey, Konstantinopel. Komm her. Lol. Nice trick.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the Bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And the other one ain't in much of a talking mood. All right then, just... don't make me...
Die Hexe soll reden,
keep
oder?
an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again.
Charakter. Du bist Überredung, ne? Genau. Hey, Bitch. Lol, hier geblieben.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, lizard.
Lizard?
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Was hat die Hexe? Stärke, ne? Schnell laden. Ich möchte mal gucken, was die Hexe hat. Die Hexe hat Stärke und... Konstitution? Nein. Was hatte sie? Hexe hat Stärke und... Boah, was war denn das? Stärke und... Was war denn das mit dem Leben? War das Konstitution? Konstitution.
There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then...
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern.
Dankeschön.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the divine. Prisoner or not, I swore an oath. Touch him again, and I'll... I warned you not.
Echt jetzt? Ich möchte erstmal keinen Krieg machen. Ihr hättet vielleicht mit der Hexe zuerst reden sollen. Die Hexe mit Stärke, verpiss dich, du blöde Fotze, ey. Erstmal Konstitution, dann Stärke. Mal gucken. Ah, die Hexe macht das schon. Text ist rot. Nicht tot.
There's a shift.
Get away from him. All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Ifan grabs you by the sleeve, not hard, but insistent.
Let me work on him. I've got questions that need answers. Answers I can only get from him.
Ifan?
Ifan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, Alexander's eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Ifan grabs him by the jaw and shakes violently. Alexander's face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to...
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape? Why? Why?
No matter how loud Ifan shouts his questions, there is no response from the unconscious Alexander. He reaches his arm back, and you realize he intends to punch Alexander in the face. As if waking from a dream, he turns to you, disoriented. Hesitantly, he drops his fist until it hangs loosely by his side. Sheepish now, he scratches the side of his head with his other hand.
You're right there.
With a nod, Ifan strides away.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
So. Ich hab den seltsamen Edelstein, dann hole ich mir jetzt das Buch und dann gibt's Bitch Lasagne. Wo ist Sibyl? Jo. Was jetzt? Ah, ist wieder zugemacht. Ja.
I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
Was ist das denn jetzt hier? Ein Spiegel? Ich kann Sachen machen. Was war das nochmal? Ach, mit Helm. Oh. So, ohne Helm natürlich. Der rote Prinz. Ja. So, und der rote... Ifan. Ja, wir kommen mit Sibyl nochmal hier zurück, okay? Wieso ist sie jetzt unten? Das verwirrt mich komplett gerade. Weiß nicht mal oben? What? Ja, okay, ich bin unten.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Was machst du denn da? Aber ich wurde nicht gefunden.
We've braved the joy, and I lust for further adventure. What say you? Shall we continue our journey together?
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sibyl in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side.
Sibyl, du Sibyl. Ja. Wir gucken erstmal die Kisten an. Nein, nicht aufheben. Nix aufheben. Verwenden.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears. The face vanishes. The anguished face appears.
So, Ivan, du bist jetzt dran. Ja, ich bin der Bär. Yeah, boy. Jetzt ist der rote Prinz dran. Oh, richtig edelmütig. Ach du Hei. Liege Scheiße da. Echt jetzt? So sehen Echsen aus? Wird mal lieber so. Warte, ich kann die Frisur ändern? What the fuck, Alter. Das gefällt mir richtig gut. Nein. Hat was? Nein. Das gefällt mir, Alter. What nice, Alter. Ah. Oh, der Feuerprinz soll mehr wie ein Drache aussehen. Feuerprinz. Du bist ein hübscher Boy. Feuerprinz, roter Prinz. Alter, das sieht jetzt richtig geil aus. So. Dein Gesicht wollen wir auch mal ändern, wa? Du hast ja Gesicht 7, ne? Ja, wir behalten mal Gesicht 7, da habe ich mich schon gewöhnt. Leute, was war Frisur? Oh, jetzt habe ich die Frisur verpeilt. Das war die Frisur, oder? Frisur 8? Ja. Oh, Frisur 11 gefällt mir aber besser. Ah, Frisur 11. So, uns behalten wir alles. Ja. Wie sieht's mit dir aus? Alter, das Elfen wirklich so aus. Ja, was ist denn das? Das ist wie von der Blume ist also hier. Das. Ja, gut. Nee, so. Moment mal. G7 wegen den Tattoo schon.